All right, here we go, guys. And we have had sweeping changes to the squad now. We're now playing strikerless. We'll see what happens. I barely know what I'm doing. That's what makes this fun. We have three shadow strikers. We'll see if they get in each other's way. I've seen this work in FM22, but that was with one of those magic tactics. So I don't know if this one's so magical or not. Athletic Club Taipei won their most recent match, and so our lead over them is only 3 points, which is one of the reasons why I thought we needed some sort of change to try to cover up for the fact that Nene doesn't really like playing in big matches. I think we have enough guys around him to sort of cover for him. There's Menegong with the interception over to Silla. Back to Menegong, and he's not able to get around onto that, and that's what happens when you just learn the new tactics. So we're trying to make it work. We're trying to see what happens. We do have players who are used to playing together, but up front is where the real question is. Can these guys figure out what they're doing? Menegong with it. Up to Silla. There we are playing, see, on the side. Over to Gnaziri and over to Linguanda, who's wide open. Man, that was pretty. I like how that was created. And so we could use a little bit more of that, I would say. It's Hayuting with it. We are still controlling the ball, which is good. Bamba brings it up. Bamba, of all people, brings it up over to Menegong right side, and he finds Silla. Silla passes this over twice, and then Nene with the shot, and that is also stopped. That kind of gives you an idea of what we're going to expect with this. I think that this may end up being a tactical improvement. Feng Xiaochi lumps this one forward, and it ends up back with Nene, and that's the end of that. But you can see Cotter Bamba, of all people, is bringing this up, and then as we told them to, we have the overlaps, and then over to Silla. And look, I mean, he has 4 different guys to choose from. Finally, Nene is able to get over onto it and get the real shot in. And so we'll see what happens. We'll see if we can make this work. This is where I worry because we don't have much in terms of a goaltender. Leibolin with it over to Bamba. Remember, Leibolin is Taiwan's goaltender and is probably the best goaltender here in Taiwan in the game. Not really. Menegong over to Silla. Silla comes up right side. And there's that pass over to Nene, and they did call it. They called that as a penalty, and I thought that that should have been one. And it's been a while since we've had one of these, and so here comes Nene to shoot. He steps back and fires, and it is saved by Chu Yuhong, and then Nene goes over and grabs it, and then Chen Chengju tries to head it in, and he misses everything. Wow, saved, and Nene has the presence of mind here. I mean, Cho Yuhong was beaten. He was beaten. He went the wrong way, and he reached back behind him, sort of like that, to grab it. Wow, amazing. And so it's still 0-0. Here's Nene with the ball. He brings it up left side over to Silla. Silla brings it up into the center now, and it's, nice pass to Chen Chengju, who's trying to take a shot. That's the thing. Everybody wants to take a shot. We got 5 guys here who are going to do nothing but shoot. So it's going to be interesting to see how this works. Leibolin over to Caiyuting. Caiyuting over to Chen Chengju, back to Bamba. Bamba got to be very happy back in the side against Hayuting now over to Zhou Hongyi. Zhou Hongyi hopefully is happy to be back with us as well. This is where he belongs. Over to Ndaye, to Linguanda, back to Zhou Hongyi. Coaches hate him, but I think he's good. Feng Xiaochi now with it, back to Zhou Hongyi. And he's back to Caiyuting. There we go. And over to Linguanda again. We're trying to work it up, I think, over on the left side. And it's back to Bamba. You see, when we go to balance from positive, that's what's causing these guys not to just lump the ball forward. Nene with a shot from range, and that is also saved. So he and Cho Yuhong have some sort of relationship there where one shoots and the other one stops. They're playing catch. Zhou Hongyi with it in the back, going up, I thought left side, no, right side, over to Menegong again, and that's probably the reason why. Here's Nene. He's got to be offside. He scores, and the flag stays down, but yep. It won't count. He's offside. I thought for sure he was offside, and he came up offside. And, yep. Oh, man. Oh, I don't know about that. That looks like he's onside. That's a really interesting call. But it goes for offside. And here we go again. I wanted him to learn how to beat the offside trap, but one of the coaches talked me out of it. I might try to get him to learn anyway. Nene with the shot and doesn't quite work. And here he goes again back to Menegong, who's fouled from behind. Free kick for us, and I think Menegong will take this. We're not even going to be able to see it. Cho Yuhong passes it over into his back, and Ndaye goes back and is able to win that one off. And there's the pass to Nene, who misses. He's offside anyway. It doesn't matter. That was a little bit more obvious, I thought. I mean, we'll take a look here at the replay just to make sure. And this is where the pass comes in. And yeah, it looks offside to me. I mean, it's just by an inch. But I thought that was pretty clearly offside. Still 0-0. And, I mean, we're getting used to the new tactic. We're figuring out what we're doing. We've had a lot of good attempts on goal. And that one offside that was ruled back is really questionable. Silla with it now over to Menegong. Menegong, right side over to Silla now. And what a shot by Cyril Silla. My goodness, did you see that one? I mean, he just sort of floats that one up there. I mean, it would be hard for you to take the ball in your hand and walk it in any better than that. That was incredible. I tell you, FM23's match engine gives you these goals that are just beautiful. I mean, that's just incredible that he's able to do that and just gets into that top corner. There's just no space up there at all because of where the defender is and how he's being played, and he scores. Menegong throws now over to Silla, back to Menegong, down to Chen Chengju. Chen Chengju with it, and there's that's a shot that I thought almost was going to go in. Wasn't as pretty as Silla's, but looks similar. Bamba throws over to Nene, back to Bamba, down to Chen Chengju, and it's all the way back to Cai Yuting, just as we thought it would be. And that's lumped to nobody. So that's not what we wanted to see. We want to stop doing that if we can. We hadn't done that so far today, and I thought that we'd solve that. Zhou Hongyi now with it. And he lumps, well, there it is again, lumps over to Ndaye, who I guess is onside. He's just going to walk it in. It kicks it straight at Cho Yu-hong. That's one way to attack. I mean, he has so many options here when he gets the ball right here, right? Got guys running behind him, and instead he just decides to go over and kind of tap it right at the goalie. So, I mean, all sorts of things he could have done, especially from that space and that angle. I mean, he just centers something, and the chances are that something's going to go in. Here's a corner now. It's going to be Feng Xiaoqi taking it. Remember, we are not used to this tactic yet, and that's part of the problem. Bamba can't get ahead over to it. It's Bamba again, and he blasts it over everyone's head. Bamba just happy to be back in the side, hoping to score another goal. Cho Yu-hong knocks this one forward, and it's over to Cai Yuting, to Silla now. Silla lumps it forward for Ndaye, and here we go. And he takes the shot himself, somewhat selfishly, but it's Ndaye. We can let him do that. This will bring out Feng Xiaoqi here with the corner, and he knocks this one forward over to Bamba, and that is in. Kader Bamba, first match back in the league, scores a goal right away off a header. It's 2-0 for Mars FC. This looks a little bit more like what last season looked like, and as long as we play like this, we're going to be A-okay. And Cho Yu-hong, poor Cho Yu-hong, can do nothing about it. 2-0 for Mars FC. And here we go. So we're happy with everything that's going on. And we'll get the ball here to start off the second half. That's got to be the worst thing in the world to think of. You were just dominated like that, and we get the ball back. Ha, ha, ha. Lin Guangdao with it back to Cai Yuting. Cai Yuting up to Zhou Hongyi. Zhou Hongyi knocks this forward to Ndaye. There we go. Back to Zhou Hongyi, and we're content to just take the time and take a look and try this and try that, and we'll walk it this way, we'll walk it that way. We're not going to push anything. We're not going to rush anything. And still 2-0 for Mars FC. We do have somebody out there having a poor game. It's probably going to be Nene. Usually is Nene who's having a poor match. So, I mean, if it's bad enough by him, then we'll just put somebody else in for him for the end here and try to get time for some of our other players. We do have after this, I think it's 2 weeks off where I couldn't schedule anything because it wouldn't let me. Silla comes in and gets the wonderful takeaway and then knocks this over for Lin Guangdao over to Nene. Man, that's a good shot. And that forces a good save. So we are back in business again. It's Menegong taking this corner. He steps back and then steps forward and fires, looking for Bamba. It's just over the head of the goal, over the top, and so nothing happening there. Who is this having a bad match? Yes, it is Nene, and he's had a bunch of good shots on goal. I don't know why they're saying he gets a 6.4. I still think that he should be trained on trying to be the offside trap, but I mean, whatever. I'm trying to maintain unity and harmony. Chen Chengju now with it. Over to Cai Yuting, over to Silla, who I thought was fouled in the penalty zone. That's probably why Nene looks like he's playing so poorly. Feng Xiaoqi with a shot from the middle of nowhere that almost scores. That's right. You miss a penalty and the game punishes you, and it's like you never did anything right in your life. Menegong knocks this forward, knocked back over to Cai Yuting. Cai Yuting back to Menegong, and it doesn't quite work. It's kicked backwards, and so we'll get the control again, and then we wait for the next highlight. Bamba over to Cai Yuting. Finds Nene, and it's Chen Chengju who wins it the second time over to Ndaye again, and here's Nene. It's another good shot. Ndaye with the shot to follow up, and that is knocked back. And I tell you, we have forced Taiwan Power. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but we have forced them to really bunch together in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 players who are clearly playing defense the whole time. And that's the only way that they're able to recover, because they have guys swarming around back and forth trying to stop us from scoring. Nene here lumps it forward for Lin Guangdao, and it just misses his head. And Ling Guanda just able to keep this one out over to Menegong. Menegong lumps it forward for Ndaye. There's that header, and that just lands wide of the goal. That's that famous Ndaye header that scored so many goals last season. So we got about 14, 13 minutes left. Sherhan here with the shot, and that goes over everybody's head and out. So the whole idea of Lee Chaba's not there, we're going to give up 20 goals, apparently hasn't come to fruition in this match. Bamba with it. Back to Tsai Yiting, over to Ling Guanda, and back and over to Zhou Hongyi. Not that I hate Li Chaba, we just can only have 5 foreigners registered, and he's the one who most recently had a bad match. Nene not playing necessarily so well in this one, but I've been happier with him this time around than before. As Bamba here launches this forward again for Nene, who's onside this time, and then he blasted over everybody's head. I think he's feeling a little bit more pressure than he should. He's probably still upset that I left him out before from the AFC Cup squad, but he's going to be happy pretty soon because he'll be back in it. Ndaye over to Ling Guanda, and that shot is deflected back to Chen Chengju now to Ling Guanda, and that's the end of that highlight as he was about to get hammered by somebody's foot. And so we got just a couple of minutes left, and we're just about done with everything here in this match. Nene here with the shot. Or with a free kick, I should say. It's going to be a shot. And hits right off the wall, as you would expect. It's like put your head in the way of whatever it is that he kicks, and that's what you got to do. Menegong here with the corner. And he's going to look, I think, for Kader Bamba there near post. Now, Tsai Yiting it is that he was looking for, and ends up turning into nothing. Feng Xiaoqiu now with the throw over to Nene again. Back to Zhou Hongyi. Zhou Hongyi over to Ling Guanda, back to Zhou Hongyi over to Chen Chengju, and he decides to take a shot, and it takes him about an hour to wind up the clock for the shot. It doesn't matter in the end. We win 2-0. Not bad for the new tactic, 3.34 XG, 11 shots on target. We should have scored at least another one. 55% of the possession is all, but it's a new tactic. They only had 1 shot on target, and we stopped it. So pretty good match overall. I like the side of this, and let's see if it keeps working. Bye-bye.